The Eiffel Tower stands tall over Paris, a symbol of France's strength, but beneath its iconic exterior, the Iron Lady is quietly rusting away. Hidden from millions of tourists, parts of the iron structure are in poor condition. Experts have warned for years, the tower suffers from widespread, deep rust. This isn't just a surface problem, it threatens the very metal holding the tower together. The Eiffel Tower, exposed to wind, rain and pollution for over 130 years, needs constant care. Its only real defense is paint. When that cracks, moisture seeps in and rust spreads. Some areas haven't been properly treated in decades, allowing corrosion to grow like a hidden disease. Engineers now say simply painting over old layers isn't enough. It's like putting a bandage on a deep wound. The real problem is underneath. Saving the tower means stripping off old paint, treating the corroded iron, and applying a fresh protective coat. It's a massive, expensive job, but many believe it's the only way to truly save the Iron Lady. For visitors, the rust is invisible. They see only the beautiful lattice against the sky. But behind the scenes, concern is growing. The people who work on the tower every day see the rust and understand the risk. Without serious intervention, the Eiffel Tower's strength could become just a memory. Its iron bones are slowly being eaten away by time and neglect. The Iron Lady's sickness is silent, but it's real. The question is, will we act before it's too late? The fate of Paris's greatest symbol hangs in the balance. The world is watching. How do you protect a 1,000-foot-tall iron tower from the elements? Paint, lots of it. Gustave Eiffel knew from the start, paint is the tower's shield. He recommended repainting every 7 years to stop rust before it starts. The job is enormous, 2.7 million square feet, 60 tons of paint, all applied by hand. Spraying isn't an option, the paint would drift over Paris. 25 painters climb the structure suspended by ropes, braving dizzying heights. Before painting, old flaking paint must be scraped away. If rust is painted over, it keeps growing. A full repaint takes up to 3 years, inch by inch. Over the years, the tower has changed colors, reddish-brown, yellow, now Eiffel Tower brown. The cycle never ends. By the time painters finish at the bottom, it's almost time to start again at the top. This relentless maintenance is the price of keeping the Iron Lady standing. It's a testament to Eiffel's vision. He knew perpetual care was the only way to preserve his masterpiece. The tower's beauty hides a constant battle against decay. Every brushstroke is a fight for its future. The Iron Lady survives because she is never left alone. Her paint is her armor. For the 2024 Paris Olympics, the city wanted the Eiffel Tower to shine. A massive $60 million repainting project was launched, aiming to strip 30% of the tower to bare metal and treat deep rust. But disaster struck. Workers found toxic lead in old paint, releasing dangerous dust. Strict safety measures slowed everything down, ballooning costs and delays. Then COVID-19 hit, halting work and adding new safety protocols. The ambitious plan unraveled. The goal of stripping 30% was abandoned. In the end, only about 5% was stripped. The rest got patch repairs and a fresh coat over old rusted layers. It was a cosmetic fix, not a real solution. The deep rust remained, hidden beneath golden brown paint. The tower looked ready for the cameras, but the underlying problems persisted. The grand makeover was a missed opportunity. The Iron Lady's sickness was covered up, not cured. The world saw a gleaming icon, but the real crisis was left unresolved. The Olympics came and went, but the tower's future is still uncertain. The need for true restoration remains. In early 2024, just before the Olympics, the Eiffel Tower closed, not for repairs, but for a strike. Workers weren't demanding higher pay, they were fighting for the tower's survival. They warned that the company running the tower was underfunding maintenance, risking collapse. The failed repainting campaign was proof. The budget was too small for the scale of the rust problem. By shutting down Paris's top monument, workers forced the world to pay attention. After 6 days, they won. A new plan dedicated $380 million to maintenance through 2031. Paris agreed to take a smaller share of ticket revenue, leaving more for repairs. The strike showed these workers are guardians of a national treasure. Their protest secured a future for the Iron Lady. The fight for preservation is ongoing, but hope has returned. The tower's fate now rests on action, not just promises. The Eiffel Tower's story began with a bold vision for the 1889 World's Fair. Gustave Eiffel's team designed a 300-meter iron tower, unlike anything the world had seen. Construction began in 1887, using 18,000 precision-made iron parts and over 2.5 million rivets. The project was fast and safe, just 2 years, 2 months, and 5 days, with only one official fatality. The tower's iron is strong yet flexible, swaying gently in the wind. At 984 feet, it became the tallest man-made structure on Earth. Its foundations were dug deep to support the immense weight. The Eiffel Tower was a marvel of the industrial age, a symbol of what iron, ingenuity, and vision could achieve. It was built to impress, and it did. The Iron Lady touched the sky and changed Paris forever. From the start, it was a feat of engineering brilliance. The impossible had become real. Today, the Eiffel Tower is beloved, but at first, Parisians hated it. In 1887, artists and writers protested, calling it a useless and monstrous structure. They feared it would ruin Paris's elegant skyline, describing it as a tragic street lamp and hateful column of bolted metal. The tower was meant to be temporary, standing only 20 years for the World's Fair. Critics saw it as an eyesore, not art. Gustave Eiffel defended his creation, arguing it was a new kind of beauty. Strong, graceful, and modern. He believed the public would come to love it. The protests were loud, but Eiffel's vision prevailed. The Iron Lady stood tall, defying her critics. Over time, the city's opinion changed. What was once hated became a symbol of progress. The tower's place in Paris was secured. When the Eiffel Tower opened in 1889, it was an instant sensation. Nearly 2 million people visited in the first year, marveling at its height and the view of Paris. The useless tower inspired awe and wonder. For 41 years, it was the world's tallest structure, drawing visitors from around the globe. The tower became a destination for adventure, romance, and scientific discovery. Gustave Eiffel even built a small apartment at the top for experiments and guests like Thomas Edison. The tower's popularity saved it from demolition when its permit expired in 1909. By then, it was too beloved and too profitable to tear down. The Iron Lady had won the hearts of Paris. She became a symbol of the city and of France itself. The critics faded. The icon remained. The Eiffel Tower's place in history was secure. Its legacy was just beginning. The Eiffel Tower's survival wasn't just about popularity, it was about science. In the early 1900s, its height made it perfect for radio experiments. Eiffel funded research, and by 1903, a permanent radio station was installed. During World War I, the tower's radio intercepted German messages, helping save Paris. In World War II, French technicians sabotaged the elevators to keep Nazis from the top, a quiet act of resistance. After the wars, the tower became central to France's radio and TV networks. The Iron Lady proved her worth as a tool for science, military, and communication. She was no longer just a monument, but vital infrastructure. The tower's value was undeniable. What was once temporary became indispensable. The Eiffel Tower had found new purpose in every era. Her story was one of constant reinvention. Today, the Eiffel Tower is the undisputed symbol of Paris and France, drawing nearly 7 million visitors a year. But beneath the sparkle, rust remains its greatest threat. Recent maintenance has been more cosmetic than structural, painting over problems instead of fixing them. Lead paint complicates repairs, making the work slow, dangerous, and costly. Without deep, well-funded restoration, the tower's future is at risk. The new $380 million maintenance plan is a lifeline, but it must be used wisely. Only by stripping the tower to its bones, repairing the iron, and applying modern protection can we ensure its survival. This will be slow, difficult, and disruptive, but absolutely necessary. The Iron Lady has survived protests, wars, and time. Now her greatest enemy is neglect. We must listen to the experts and workers who care for her. With real commitment, the Eiffel Tower can inspire for centuries to come. The world's most famous tower deserves nothing less.